I'm going to crack this thing open.
You know how like advent calendars for kids, those chocolates?
Yeah. Yep, we got one.
I'm like that with pumpkin pie.
No, it's my first Marvel movie. Everyone's like, oh my god, you got to see a Marvel movie in theaters. So I'm like, okay, I'll go see Spider-Man.
Maybe they should have been in there because I have some opinions on why Georgia is in the playoffs. They should not be in the playoffs.
Oh my god.
Why should
Not
they?
you.
They just lost.
Welcome to the Beer and Sports Podcast. As TCU has just scored, making it 10-6. We are a part of the Fins Talk Sports Network. Follow us at Mugs and Balls on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Josh Kimmel at Josh Kimmel OUS. Me, Josh Wingate 32, and Fins Talk Network on all platforms as well. How is it going today, buddy?
Go Frogs!
Yeah.
I saw that it was trending to it today.
Isn't it like don't they like bring up like, isn't it like that or something like that?
I don't know. I didn't know the college game was even on until you just told me it was on. I had no idea they were playing. I had no idea they were playing today until you mentioned it. Like, hey, Georgia plays tonight. I'm like, cool. I guess they do. But yeah, they're up 10-6, pending the extra point.
Definitely. You are being a healthy person this year, and you made it a life goal to be healthier this year.
Oh yeah.
I did not. I'm trying to eat healthier, but I'm still. My wife got me this for Christmas. One of my Christmas gifts.
Oh, nice.
Get Toasted Big Oyster Brewery, local brewery around here. So as we say in the beginning intro, let's crack this thing open.
There you go. So I'm getting beer shipped to me because of one of the fantasy leagues. Last Monday when we were on, we decided that it was really stressful. Nobody knew what was going on because of the whole DeMar situation. But one of my leagues, it's a beer league, 12 members. Winner gets 2 bottles from each member. I was in the championship game, so we decided to split it because it was kind of close. So I'm getting 6. Did I say this already? So I'm getting craft beer shipped to me. So I'll be. I don't know if I'll be having beer, but I'll at least be showing beer because yes, I am. I'm. Whatever.
Do you know what craft beer you're getting?
No, it's a surprise. It's a total surprise. And these are some heavy hitters. Like last year, I sent out it's well known, not well known people, but we know what beer is. So I'm excited to get some good beer.
The beer of beer people.
Well, it's like nobody's gonna send us Yingling, right? Like I'm going down Winn-Dixie.
That's so bad. That's the worst beer ever.
Yo, Yingling's good. I'm driving. I'm in Winn-Dixie. I'm in Winn-Dixie yesterday. Picking some, just get it real quick in a big end caps. Craft beer, Sam Adams, Yingling. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, sure, got it. No, but you don't like Yingling? Yingling's good.
No, so Yingling to me tastes like an ashtray. Like if I would imagine like throw a little water in the ashtray and like mix it on up and drink that, that's what I would imagine.
All right, well, Yingling's good, so you're wrong. Like yeah, okay. Well, you're wrong. The ashtrays don't taste like that at all.
I haven't drank them, but that's what I imagine it would taste like.
So I figured this show is going to be all over the place because you'll be watching the national championship game, which I don't blame you. I'd be watching the Lightning playoffs, or I'd be watching if I cared about something, which I don't, and I'm relieved that there's nothing on tonight that I care about. This is the first Monday in a while that there's nothing on TV. It's awesome.
Well, and let's get this out of the way because next week I won't be able to do this. I won't be able to watch the Georgia game over here and do a show because that's not happening when the Dallas Cowboys are on. The Cowboys play Monday night, and we're going to move this show to our other previous time at 9 o'clock. I believe it was 9 o'clock or 9:15.
You tell me, boss.
I believe it is 9 o'clock Monday. We're going to do our show. So, no, not Monday. Exit that. Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
Ooh.
But let's jump right into it because we're going to be talking NFL playoffs because that's the big news. Georgia right now is up 10-7. That's the other big news right now. But let's start it off with the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers. What is your thought process on this game right now? Kicks off 4:30 p.m. on Saturday in Santa Clara.
That's the 4:30 game that nobody watches usually. That's the worst time slot. I'm surprised that Dolphins Bills didn't get that time slot. I'm surprised that Dallas Tampa didn't get that time slot. Like, I'm really surprised because that's usually where like the Texans play the Titans in a good old
Yeah.
fashioned shitty matchup. But I'm pretty excited for this game. It's not as
Yeah.
intriguing as I would hope, but I do think 49ers take care of business at home. Geno Smith's
Okay.
story's been awesome, but it's every great story has an ending, and this has honestly been one of the biggest stories of the NFL and the coolest things to see. Geno Smith make a comeback. I like that.
Yeah, I think both sides is kind of big. Geno Smith comes in, comeback. Last played in New York, I believe New York. He actually got snaps at. And then Brock Purdy comes in, third quarterback on the depth chart, last pick in the NFL draft. And he comes out and starts looking good, taking this team. Everyone thought the team was going to go down. No, they continue to be the hot commodity, the one of the top tier teams in the league. So yeah, it's these quarterbacks are unique in the aspect of you got a very veteran quarterback who hasn't had a lot of time, failed in a previous stint, built himself up, and then you got this young gun, 7th round pick, no one thought was going to do anything, that comes out of nowhere and produces on this team.
Yes. Yes.
So what are your thought process?
But my
on
thought on that is I do believe everything you're saying is correct. So
Yeah.
this game's going to come down to coaching because Brock Purdy is not Tom Brady. People are comparing him to the next big thing. Guys, it's only been a small stretch. We've seen players play at good levels for small stretches, but then when you're in the playoffs, things are a little bit different. Geno's got a little bit more time. He's got obviously a lot more time, more experience, and they really believe in him all season. Whereas Brock Purdy, he's the stand-in guy. Like if he can turn a ball over 3 times and this team loses. Like
Yeah.
when I say I think they're going to take care of it at home, I'm not going to say they're blowing them out. They do win, but it's going to be a very close game and closer than people think because of the quarterback play, because of the defense, and because they're division rivals. They just know each
Yeah.
other.
And let's talk about that. They played week 2. They lost to the 49ers 27-7. So a blowout win, 20-point differential. And then you also have, they played each other week 15, and it was a 21-13 game. Brock Purdy was quarterback. Yeah, I mean, it was a closer game. I don't know the ins and outs of who played, who didn't at that point. I just know Brock Purdy third start. Geno Smith played, so you got that quarterback matchup all over again.
And there's some things I'm looking for, like so. Christian McCaffrey, I'd like to see what he's going to do in the postseason. Not much postseason experience there. I want to see DK just take over a game. From this game, I just want to see players play and then take over a game, and I want to see players win the game. I don't want to see a Brock Purdy turning the ball over in the red zone, and that's why they lose. Same thing on the other side. I want to see players make plays, and I want to see a beautiful, crisp game. But I do think though, the talent on San Fran's defensive side is going to outweigh, and then they're going to be the ones causing the problems for Geno. Unfortunately,
let's create the storyline. So what happened for Seattle to win? What did Seattle do for them to be able to win against the 49ers?
Purdy has to play perfect. If he doesn't,
Seattle to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think the only way Seattle can win is if Purdy throws the game away, literally throws the game away.
I thought you said he has to play perfect. So I was like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has to play perfect he has to play perfect. If not, Seattle will win only because of his mistakes. It all goes with the quarterback, just like every team.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the quarterback room for the AFC. We're not even there yet. Studs, all of them are studs. It's a quarterback-driven league. Defenses are great, but come on, these we see it every single week. We see it every week. A punt return, a pick six, a forced fumble return. These are huge swings. We saw it in the Miami-New England game. That game Miami was winning, and we thought, oh, they're gonna win to the playoffs. One pick six. Yeah. That shit was changed in an instant.
So I think in order for Seattle to even get in the conversation of winning, it's going to be early. You're going to have to take away the quick passes early in the game. And you're going to have to kind of turn it into a short game. Well, no, I would say a short game because defensively, because you want to stop the short game on San Francisco's side. And you want to force them to run the ball, and you want to force them to try and beat you deep. Because if you allow them to get that intermediate game going, I think it's over. If you get Christian McCaffrey in the flats, you get Debo in the flats, you get Debo over the middle.
Ayuk down deep.
Well, that's the
Kittle,
thing. It's going to
Kittle
open up
seam.
those Ayuk down deep plays because Brock Purdy's been playing really well. His passer rating under pressure is 82. With a clean pocket, it's 116. And the big issue,
I gotta cut this open for my son. Timeout.
Okay.
No, you keep on talking. I'll bring it back.
But the big difference is the big time throws percentage. You get Geno Smith has a 4.92 big time throw percentage where Brock Purdy has a 1.49. So if you get them into situations where they need to throw the big plays, you're going to take Geno Smith over Brock Purdy in that situation. And that's the big difference. But if you look at this game on paper, you're looking at the 49ers winning hands down. The only thing that scares you and truly scares you is Brock Purdy's inexperience. You don't know what you're going to get out of him. He's a 7th round pick going into the playoffs. And if we have seen something, the pressure of the playoffs has affected young, inexperienced quarterbacks.
And great quarterbacks on top of that. We've seen how many times did Peyton Manning get a chance until, he was labeled a bust or a choke artist until how long? It happens to quarterbacks. Lamar's labeled that way right now because he's been there but hasn't done anything. So, a 7th round, last pick, rookie quarterback in this position, it's going to be tough. He's going to have a lot of pressure put on him.
A lot of people are chalking this game up as a cakewalk for the 49ers. Mm-hmm. If Purdy shows up like he did before, yes, I agree. But it's a big question mark on what Purdy you're going to get. So who's the MVP for the game?
Oh, MVP for the game.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were doing this. I'm going to go CMC.
CMC. Yeah, I like that pick. I'm going to go a combination of two because I think what you do in this game is you have CMC and Debo kind of play interchangeable. And I think it's going to be the combination of those two. That combination is going to be the MVP. I think 49ers win, but I think it's a lot closer than a lot of people anticipate.
I expect like a 24-17 game, something like that.
Yeah, I think it'll come down to, maybe 24-21 maybe. I think it'll come down to something. So,
what's the next
let's
Saturday
move
game?
on. We have the Chargers against the Jaguars. Kickoff, 8:15 p.m. on NBC. I am so excited about this game. I think this is going to be the game of the weekend here.
Two of the cutest quarterbacks in the league. I'm just going to say
that's why I like it.
So, man, this game's tough. In Jacksonville, in Duval.
It's a good matchup.
It is a very good matchup, and it's just going to be – it could be fun. It could be fun to see these two young quarterbacks sling the ball down. We don't know if Mike Williams is going to play. That's going to take a huge part in this game. But gosh, you see these guys, Zay Jones, you see Trevor Lawrence get a connection with these guys. I feel like he didn't have this connection last year. Most of these guys weren't here, but it felt like Trevor Lawrence didn't really have a connection with anyone. Now he's finding his guys out there. Christian Kirk has just been amazing. I can't, the money is well spent on Christian Kirk. Everyone made fun of his contract, but I believe he really lived up to the hype, lived up to that contract so far. It's just going to be a fun game to watch.
I agree. I think it's going to be a great matchup, but it's, again, we're like comparing quarterbacks here. It's another quarterback compared game. And I want to say I'm taking Justin Herbert over Trevor Lawrence for the fact of, again, experience. Justin Herbert's been in the playoffs, and Trevor Lawrence has not. But it's like, this is going to be such a good game. Just on the fact they're just so evenly, like I keep saying it, they're so evenly matched up into like how they call plays. They're both in the 60s for pass percentage plays to run plays. So they're a pass heavy team. They strength of schedule is the same. They're both in the teens for offense, defense, and overall on power rankings. It's just, I don't know. Who are you? I don't have much to say on this because I think it's just so evenly matched. I can't tell you what the key to the game is. Obviously, it's going to be who connects with the passing game a little better is going to win. So,
Here's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to who has more time to make a play. Who's going to get whose pass rush is going to actually force a quarterback to make a mistake. It's gonna come down to the run game. They need to get ETN involved. Eckler, you already know he's a stud. He's going to succeed and do well against this Jaguars defense, I believe. So it's going to come down to, like, again, who makes a mistake? Who makes a mistake? And Herbert has never been to playoffs. I never said he has. I know Josh did, but I know that he's never been to the playoffs. I didn't want to correct him.
Justin Herbert hasn't been to the playoffs? I thought he went last year.
I don't think he went last year. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he never played. But I do know this. It's the two, like I said, the two sexy boy matchups. I love them. Both beautiful heads of hair. Both young. Both impressive. I think if I have to pick, wild cards there's always road teams that win. I'm going to the Chargers. I feel like they're better than their record is, I believe. But it depends on Mike Williams. If Mike Williams isn't there, I don't think that they're going to win. I really don't. So I hope Mike Williams plays.
I am wrong. Justin Herbert has never been to the playoffs. But
you're wrong?
Experienced. He's an experienced quarterback. I am wrong.
Okay.
But he's an experienced quarterback. Does his thing. I take him right now over Trevor Lawrence just for the fact he's still like he's lost talent around him. He lost his star left tackle.
Yes,
he's lost wide receivers in and out of the lineup every week. And he just still continues to be so damn good.
He was very bad in the beginning of the year. They finally got Keenan Allen back, and that's when he hit his stride. Because trust me, us fantasy managers know how bad Herbert was weeks 1 through whatever, the longest hamstring injury of all time to Keenan Allen. He came back. He's been on fire since. Everett's been involved, a tight end out there. But I'm telling you, if he has his two receivers healthy, plus Everett going and Eckler, I don't think they can stop the Chargers. I just don't. But We'll see. And that left tackle being out is huge. But who's it? Was it Walker Little stepped in? He's been playing pretty well.
Yes. Yep.
I only know him because I drafted him in Madden. He was supposed to be
right?
He was supposed to be an awesome prospect, and then apparently he sucked. So that's the only reason why I know that guy's name, Walker Little.
Oh, he sucked for you in Madden, or he sucks in real life?
In Madden, he was a top prospect, like top 5 pick. And then you picked him, and he sucked ass every time. Really? And I always did it, yeah.
Well, he's in the draft. He was a big name prospect. He was I think he was a 5-star coming out of high school, and then he kept getting hurt, so it kind of just dropped his metrics. I think he was hurt during the draft process, but everyone saw big things coming from him. So,
well, he played well when he stepped up in that left tackle position. But I'm going Chargers. I would pick. Let's have a fun game. 31-21.
Okay. I like that. I'm gonna go anti Kimmel here, and I'm gonna go Jacksonville. I think they're hungry. I think Etienne's not gonna do anything because he sucks. I had to throw that in there because you mentioned his name, and I just needed to say how much I think he sucks. And I'm gonna go Jacksonville. The MVP of this game is going to be, I think, Trevor Lawrence. If they win, it's gonna have to be Trevor Lawrence.
Austin Eckler. I went running backs both games.
I'm going to go 34-28.
All right. I highly doubt he puts up 34 points, but cool.
You highly doubt?
I don't think the Jaguars can put up 34 points. I just don't. I know they have.
Crazy things happen in the playoffs. A lot of scoring happens in these kind of situations, I feel like. So
maybe. All right, this next game is going to be a short one, quick one. Nobody needs to talk about it. Nobody cares.
No, we can talk about it. Sunday kickoff, 1 p.m. and Orchard Park, New York. The Miami Dolphins, the 9-8 Miami Dolphins, go against the 13-3 Buffalo Bills. What is your thought on this game?
I don't care. Honestly, I'm just gonna say that I don't care. If they put 2 out there, which I know hasn't been announced yet, and they said they were gonna do it Tuesday. If they put 2 out there, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them so much. They just need to say, Tua, sit down. You don't need to play. This is bigger than football. We just saw DeMar, obviously, all for 2. We don't. I think the NFL is going to be.
Played for.
I think. Well, I'm just saying. I think that the NFL is going to be super cautious with players moving forward. 3 concussions in like a 5-year period is a lot. 3 concussions in a season is too much. He can't play, so therefore Skyler must play, and then the Dolphins will lose 50.
Well, I think there's also, from what I might have heard today, because Bobby did come on and do like a little breaking news announcement about Tua, saying I think he was in level 2, 3 of the concussion protocol right now. But I think he mentioned that Teddy Bridgewater has an opportunity to play.
Teddy's a pussy. I'm just gonna say that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This guy, every time he gets an opportunity to come in and play, dude always leaves hurt, and it's always the minorest of minorest injuries. Done, man. Like, I'd rather see Skyler go out there and shit himself and lose 50-0. I really would.
Okay. But who do you think between the two gives you the best opportunity to win?
Obviously Teddy, but it doesn't matter. What happens is he'll throw a pick 6 and then hurt his little thumb again, or have a little ankle sprain, whatever. He can never finish a game, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's his old age. Maybe he's not, doing the TB12, getting pliable. Right? I've learned that word, pliability. Right? He's not doing that. I don't know what it is, but the dude, every time he comes in and ask anyone on this network, he gets hurt. He leaves by half. He leaves. He just can't do it anymore. So what's the point of wasting our time? Just throw. I wish they would have lost that game. I really do. I wish the Bills beat the Patriots, the Dolphins lost, and the Steelers got in. They'd be more fun to watch in this game against Buffalo. They'd be way more fun. I'd rather see Kenny Pickett out there with his talent, with George Pickens, with that defense, with Najee, over this football team that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I agree that it's not going to. If Skylar Thompson plays, if Teddy Bridgewater plays, I don't think you have an opportunity. I think with how this team is, Tua is obviously a step ahead of those two guys, and he's going to put you guys in a better situation. I still don't think you guys have an opportunity to win with Tua in there. Just because I think the Buffalo Bills are playing for something special now. They have something. Every team has something to fight for. Every team going into this situation, they're fighting tooth and nail. But then it's just that one extra thing to get you over that top. And I think the Buffalo Bills has that extra motivation right now. And I think it's going to be hard to beat them regardless of what team it is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Buffalo. DeMar Hamlin, he was released today. Great news. Sounds like he's doing a lot better. And I think he's going to be at the game, they said. He's going to be at the game. He's going to run out with them. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Miami. I mean, it's going to be bad. Yeah. It's gonna, I think MVP of this game, I'm going to go Stephon Diggs. I'm going to let Viking Dave know it. Stephon Diggs is going to be the MVP of this game.
It's Josh Allen. It's going to be Josh Allen. Now, let me ask you this: because this is the last time we'll talk about the Dolphins all season, because they're going to be eliminated. They'll be eliminated. We won't need to talk to them until after the Super Bowl. But
okay,
from here until the Super Bowl,
we'll get into NFL draft and things of that nature.
So why is Skyler such? He's worse than the worst. He's worse than any quarterback I've seen play football all year. Why can Josh Dobbs come off the streets and just pick up the football in Baltimore? He doesn't play well. I don't even know where the fuck Josh Dobbs plays.
Yeah, but he's a veteran too. He's a veteran in the.
I get it.
Behind some quarterbacks.
Brock Purdy comes in and just takes a dude. You have Tyreek, you have Waddle, you have Gesicki, you have Jeff Wilson, you have all these weapons. And instead of just playing football and playing a position you've played throughout college, it's not like his first time playing quarterback. He just can't read a fucking defense. And it's pathetic. It's pathetic. It sucks. And it's like, why are all these other teams finding backup Heineke? Why can every fucking team do it? Cooper Rush, at least they kept him in games. Miami's quarterbacks are just the biggest pieces of shit ever that can't read a defense or throw a ball past 5 yards.
I think the big part of that puzzle is the teams that you mentioned have really good defenses. So you can make those mistakes. You can be close in the game and take them over the top.
Bro, it's 4th and 18.
Rush was garbage.
No, it's 4th and 18 and fucking this guy is checking it down to the damn Jeff Wilson. 4th and 18.
But this is the thing. Cooper Rush isn't is probably doing the same thing. And the defense comes back and gets a touchdown for him. And, oh, my God, Cooper Rush is so good. That's the difference maker. You guys don't have a good defense. Like, your defense can play up a little bit, but it's not good. You don't have much talent on the outside. Your interior offensive line is where most of your defensive talent is. Injuries all in the backfield. Linebacker group is just not there.
Yeah.
So
right. Look, all right. Dolphins win or Dolphins lose 50-0. That's my score.
50-0.
50-0.
I mean, if Tua plays, I'll say this: if Tua plays, I mean, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna jump and be a Cowboys fan after that. But I'm gonna say it's gonna be 35-17.
There's a chance we might see Tyreek pull an AB and just leave the game half dressed. There might be a chance he's that mad.
If any other quarterback plays.
We all see it. We all watch the games. We all see how pissed off Tyreek is. He is pissed.
If any other quarterback plays, I don't think you guys score more than 10 points. I was going to say 2. 10 points. And I think Buffalo at that point can score 40 plus.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. What's the next game?
Moving on to the New York Football Giants, the 9-7-1 Football Giants on Sunday, 4:30 p.m. on Fox against the Vikings. 13-4 Vikings. What do you think on that game?
This game is officially labeled the Fraud Bowl because they're both frauds, which is okay. They made it in the NFC playoff. Most NFC is frauds. I'm not trying to pick any team out here, but come on, we talked about it last week. The Vikings point differential is a joke at this point. They're gonna win. They're gonna beat the Giants. Giants are the biggest frauds in the whole.
You think so?
I do. I think. Come on. I just don't see a chance. Kirk Cousins, Daniel Jones. I know we talk about it's a quarterback league. Look, Daniel Jones is not good at football. He's not a professional quarterback. I believe Kirk Cousins is, but is he going to do it in prime time? Are we going to see shit Kirk Cousins? And then you'll hear Viking Dave yell at me, it's not Kirk's fault. I know, Dave. I really know it's not his fault. I know it's the offensive line. I know. I love
this
Kirk.
Offensive line has been one of the best offensive lines in football.
I know. But he'll go, oh, the games were, against Dallas. It's not his fault. He yells at me all the time. I know, Dave. I know.
Probably, maybe they have a top 5 left tackle in the league.
There you go.
Everyone but their right tackle right guard, who is a rookie, is really good.
Look, I just want to ask you because you're in the know with these Giants because they're in your division.
Yeah.
How are they going to beat Minnesota? I just want to know how. What's the blueprint?
Their defense is really good. It's opportunistic. It's stout, and I think if you can get the run game going with Barkley, if Barkley can kind of start to take over the game, which will limit the offensive plays for the Vikings, and Daniel Jones doesn't turn the ball over, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And the defense plays well. I think this is more of an old school Dallas Cowboys when they had DeMarco Murray, Tony Romo. Obviously Daniel Jones is no Tony Romo, but it's that style where if you run the ball, and you get a couple plays out of the quarterback, you have a very good opportunity to win the game or keep it close. And I think the game's going to be very close. I would say it's going to be, I don't know. Look, I want to say the Giants are going to win just for the fact I don't want to play the Eagles the next round.
I always say it. A wild card always produces 2 upsets in the first round. They always do. Home teams, for some reason, there's always 2 of them, 50% chance, usually whatever. This is not where it's coming. I don't think the Giants are going to beat the Vikings. I just want, because you know why? It wouldn't be fun. The NFC playoffs will be. They're already shit. They already suck. You got teams like Tom Brady, Seahawks. You have these shit teams in there already. It's so much more fun with Justin Jefferson, with all these stars, What are you doing? You putting all these comments up here?
Yeah.
O'Neal's out. Yeah, I told you. See, the offense line. I told you Viking Dave's got me. He knows.
Yeah.
But I just want to see a superstar in the playoffs. I don't want to see Justin Jefferson get knocked out so quick. I want to see a fucking awesome game from him. 180 yards, a couple tutties. I want to see fun. I want to see the Giants get blown out. I know it's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
No, because any blowouts that happen, the Vikings lose. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
going
going
to
to
be a
say
close game. It's going to come down
if
to a
it's a
fucking
close,
kick.
yeah,
It's
if
going to
it's a
come down
close
to a
game,
kick.
Vikings have a shot. But little game Kirk, I don't think is going to pull it out, and I'm going to go. I'm going to say 24-17 Giants.
24-17 Giants. I
Uh,
am going to be
Barkley MVP.
actively rooting for the Minnesota Vikings this game. I'm going to go Vikings 26, Giants 24. MVP of the game is going to be Jefferson, of course. Stud.
Yeah,
Super stud. Super stud. The best
okay,
of all time.
Moving on from
He's
that.
going to go down as the best receiver of all time.
Okay, so far we think the Miami game is going to be the worst game of the year. Welcome to the Fins Talk Sports Network, where we talk Miami Dolphins all the time, and we think the Miami Dolphins are going to be the blowout of the playoffs. But moving on. You're just so blank face right now. You don't even care.
What's the next game?
Baltimore versus Cincinnati. That's the primetime game. You are a big Ravens hater, so you're going to be anti-Ravens in this scenario. But the 10-7 Ravens versus the 12-4 Bengals. What's your thought process on that?
See, I need to know if Lamar's going to play. I need to know where Harbaugh's mindset's at. Is he going to coach somewhere else? I need to know a lot of things. I need to know if it matters if Lamar plays. We already talked about it. He's not really a good playoff quarterback. Joe Burrow's a stud. I think Joe Burrow is going to run through this team. I don't think, I'm really pissed off about the situation, about everything, about just everything. I've been trying to tell people last week, Cincinnati versus Baltimore did not matter this week. So therefore T. Higgins was going to be a piece of shit like he was. I lost the fantasy matchup because of it. No big deal. But I don't think we saw everything we needed to see. I think Joe Burrow is going to just destroy this secondary. We saw Tua do it. We saw a lot of people do it, not just Tua. I just brought him up because we're Finstock Network. The secondary is going to get blown up by Chase, Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst, all of them. I think it's going to be a disaster. I don't think Lamar's going to be able to keep up if he plays. I think it's going to be a blowout MVP, Joe Burrow.
Okay. If Lamar plays, it's a whole different ball game. It could very easily be Baltimore winning. Because Lamar is that special of a talent. If he doesn't, I agree. Cincinnati takes away this game because they can't move the ball with the other quarterbacks. Anthony Brown.
Brown.
Forget the other guy's name.
Oh, Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley. They can't move the ball with them. So if it's not Lamar, it's a blowout. The key to the game for the Ravens would be, in my opinion, utilize Lamar the right way. Get a lot of RPOs going. You're a big run-heavy team. It's going to open up more of the passing game through Lamar, and Lamar's your biggest weapon and your biggest weapon to make the defense second guess. So utilize him correctly, and if you can do that, I think you can win because I think this defense is starting to build up. And I think it could do something in the playoffs. But I'm going to go the Bengals are going to win over the Ravens because we just don't know about the
status of Lamar is up in the air, and then that's huge. Lamar's Lamar, and if I'm Lamar, I'm sorry, I'm not playing. I'm not. I'm getting traded. I'm
in that situation. So we're talking about playoffs. If Lamar does not play in these playoffs, it's a contract year. Are you just okay? Let's move on. This is the second time in a year we've been fighting for a playoff spot or have gotten into the playoffs without you, and you decide, I'm just going to shut it down.
Dude, they already don't want him. They didn't pay him. They don't want him. They don't want him. Franchise tag him and trade him. Get him out of there.
What's his value? Honestly, after all of this, what's his value on the open market?
Dude, he's going to get paid bazooka money. Once he just is. He's a freak. And once somebody finds out how to unlock his powers, he's going to be unstoppable. I don't think they've unlocked his powers there. They haven't even come close to it. They haven't even hit the first evolution of Lamar, which is insane. He's already won an MVP. It's just I want to see him on a better offense on a team that knows how to use this guy because they clearly don't or have zero interest.
I'm worried he's going to end up in New York. And that's a scary situation for me.
What if he ends up? I have no idea salary cap issues or whatever. What if he ends up in Chicago?
Oh, I don't think he can do that.
Why not?
I would take.
They just give him the first pick. They give him the first pick and then they get Lamar and a bunch of shit. Why not?
Right now, I would take Justin Fields. I would take Justin Fields over Lamar.
Dude, you're crazy. You're crazy.
No.
He was not a good NFL quarterback this year. What are you talking about? He was awful.
I would take Justin Fields over Lamar right now.
He was awful.
It's his second year.
He was god awful. He was like beyond god awful. He can't lead an offense.
Where was he? There is no offense. They tried to figure out weapons to give him. They tried to get a run game going. They started getting a run game after
Claypool. They tried.
They tried.
Who they do? What did they get in free agency? And then they drafted Velus Jones. Like what? Come on. Yeah. They didn't try. They tried. It just didn't work out. They didn't try.
It just didn't work out. They made attempts to get receivers, but it just did not work out.
Yeah. Harry Keneal. Remember that, Dave? Dirtbag Dave. Nikhil Harry. They try to get a St. Brown, Equanimous. Yeah. All these fucking bums. Come on. They didn't try.
Hey, Chase Claypool played well early
at Notre
in his
Dame,
career.
Way back
in his career, he played well. He was a weapon early in Seattle or Pittsburgh.
He was a splash play. He was
a deep ball guy for them. He was a deep ball and a red zone guy for them.
He wasn't a consistent player. He was a splash play, and they need that. And they already had that with Mooney.
But I don't think you move on from Justin Fields. Right now, he is a dynamic player. I would take him over Lamar. Just on the fact that his arrow is pointing up higher right now than Lamar's.
You are insane. We have all offseason to talk about this. But
that's the thing. Do you have the team?
If you're Chicago, are you trading Fields and taking a quarterback at 1? Or are you trading 1 and keeping Fields? Because you have to do one or the other. I'm
trading 1.
I'm trading Fields because I'm getting those 2 extra years of contract. Ooh. The rookie. Yes, because Fields is. I'm sorry. He's not as good as everyone thinks he is. And that's okay, because not every quarterback is. So you go ahead and you get another rookie quarterback who's probably equal talent or better, and then plus you get those additional 2 years of that contract that you want.
I just hate how we don't allow quarterbacks to develop anymore. Like
But that's not allowing quarterbacks to develop. That's being smart. That's saying, "Oh wait, I have this asset that's already 2 years old that hasn't really improved anything. Why would I? You have a 2019 Civic, right? Let's say, and then you just are gifted a 2021 Civic. What are you gonna do? You're gonna keep the 2021 Civic because that's lower mileage and a better probably deal. And you're gonna go, okay, 19. I love you. You're really good, but just we're going.
You can't. That's an awful analogy for an NFL prospect.
It's a perfect
for
analogy.
An NFL prospect.
It's got.
It would be
more
it's not a years. Civic. It's a hey. You got this 2019 Civic, or you can have this 2021 version that you don't know what it's going to be.
Okay,
you don't know what the brand of the vehicle is.
What would you do?
It's a 2021.
If someone said there's you have a 2019 Civic, but you get a 2021 of any maker model, which one are you taking?
It's not of any
which
maker
one are
model.
You taking?
We have one sitting here, but you don't know what it's going to be.
No.
I'm taking my 2019 Civic.
I'm trading in my 19 Civic, whatever it is, for any kind of 2021 model because I know
I'm trading. Better. This is what I'm doing, and hear me out. If I'm the Bears, and we have to move on here shortly, but if I am the Bears, I am going to trade the first round pick, gather more picks. I'm going to go with Justin Fields next year, and I'm should be getting picks next year as well, and I'm going to say. I know this class is going to be amazing next year. Quarterback. This is quarterback over at USC that I'd really want if Justin Fields does not work out. And I'm going to see what Justin Fields does. I'm going to get picks this year. I'm going to try and put players around him this year. And then if that does not work, I'm just going to go and attempt to get this quarterback out of USC next year.
Okay. You know what then? Okay. If that's the plan, if Caleb's the plan, then that's the plan. Because I would prefer him over any quarterback in this class and Justin Fields.
So that's what I would do. And I think you need to allow Justin Fields to develop, because I can at that point give you Justin Fields, give you draft picks, and then go get Caleb Williams. So, last game is the big game.
It's gonna be a fun off season, by the way. It's gonna be a fun off season talking about this all off season. It's gonna be awesome.
This blew my mind that Dallas Tampa Bay is playing on a Monday. Did they do this last year?
Yeah, they did. It sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't remember that. But Dallas is playing Tampa Bay. What's your thoughts on this game? Being from Tampa,
I don't care. I hope the Bucs.
You have your ear to the ground. You feel the weather being different right now, so you know stuff is a brewing. So what's your thought process on this?
People are trying to get refunds on their season tickets because they know Brady's leaving next year. What are you talking about? Nobody cares. Dude, I'll tell you this. It is embarrassing, the fan base here in Tampa. It is. It's embarrassing. It's the worst fan base in all sports. And I don't care about this game. I know once the Cowboys destroy the Bucs at home, it's going to be glorious. I'm going to be drinking Bucs tears for days. I really am.
Is that a beer around you?
It's not, but I'm going to make it.
So
make one.
In I think in Dallas they have Eagle Tears as a beer.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, but this game's going to be weird, man. I don't. Brady has been. I don't get it. People are like, don't bet against Brady.
No, you can't bet against Brady.
You can't bet against Brady because it doesn't make sense. He'll shit the bed all game, and then he'll have this one drive to win it, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
Why every single time? And it's because he loves football more than anyone in this history of the entire world. And I'm convinced of it after reading his book, after knowing a little bit more of his background. This guy is fucking glued in to the sport so much. It's going to be hard to take the Bucs or take the Bucs. But if they win, I wouldn't be surprised.
You're not going to be surprised because again, Dallas does their thing, one and done. They look good all year long, except for the game I went to yesterday. I didn't get to see that on TV. Did you by chance watch that game at all?
After T. Higgins decided he didn't want to play football, which was around the second quarter yesterday, I kind of turned football off.
Okay. It didn't look like the Cowboys wanted to be out there. It looked like they were just like, whatever. Let's get this game over with. Mm-hmm. We both said, me and my buddy both said at halftime, like if they score a touchdown before half, you got to pull this offense. You got to pull this defense and make sure, because already at this time, I think the 49ers were up like 20 points. So it's like at that point, okay, you're not going to win this game and move seating. So pull your guys. But they played 3/4 of the game. Not leaving good motivation going into this game, which seems to be history for Dallas. Again, you got Tom Brady on the other side. Is Tristan Wirfs out for the year?
That I don't think he's going to play this game, but I don't know about the year. I don't know about the year. Probably, most likely. He got carted off. That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge, man. Look, their offensive line in Tampa is it's destroyed.
Or is he still playing?
I don't think he's playing, man. But I'll just tell you this off the top, because my ear is to the ground and I hear rumblings. This offensive line is bad. This offense is bad in general. They're a very predictable offense. It's very simple: run, first down; second down, short pass; third down, run. I mean, that's literally the Tampa Bay's offense. I just gave it to you and that's what they do. Until they play Carolina and they just throw deep to Mike Evans 500 times a game. That's also a plan. So if Mike Evans, he sat out last week because of an illness, but Mike Evans can get deep. Chris Godwin's a beast. Dude, Chris Godwin had 100 catches again. He missed how many games this year? What a fucking stud. This team can be dangerous, but I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, and here's the thing. This is how Tampa Bay wins. Our secondary is not the greatest right now because we have a lot of injuries along the secondary. I think yesterday we had our number 6 corner playing as the number 2 corner. And that could be scary if that's the situation going into Tampa Bay with the all-star of receivers that they do have. They might not be playing up to that, but the talent is there to do it. And playoffs bring a different kind of player out. So I don't know. If they can pass the ball on us, I think this game could get a little dangerous. If it becomes a shootout, I just Tom Brady's a scary guy in a shootout. He really is.
So
and
stupid.
I want to say that Ezekiel Elliott is done. He's toast. Like, his career is over. So let's move on from that. So
Dang, his
MVP and who
career's
wins the
over?
game? Yeah,
His
I don't
career's
know.
over?
I don't know how he goes to another team unless he takes a massive, like maybe $2 to $3 million a year, because he can't break tackles. He can't move. Like, his
been all
movement
year.
skills are awful at this point. He has no burst. His career might be over.
I think so too, which is sad. But I'm going. The Cowboys win big. I'm gonna go. Big is like 28-10.
Okay.
I think that's big because I don't think Tampa can score, especially on a good defense like that. And I think the player of the game is gonna be Michael Parsons. I think I just love him so much. And if he doesn't win, he's not gonna win Defensive Player of the Year, but he should. I think he's
gonna go
the identity of that team. He's been the identity of that team, man. And if a defensive player is an identity of your team, he belongs in that upper, defensive player of the year, which I don't think he's going to win. I think Bosa's going to win or something. Bullshit.
Possibly. I'm going to go Dallas wins. Dallas always likes to do this. I'm going to say Dallas wins 21-17. And I'm going to say CD Lamb is the MVP.
Ooh,
I think he'll have two of the 3 touchdowns.
I love CD. Good.
Yep.
So it's going to be a fun playoffs, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait. My teams are still in it. My original picks. Do you remember who mine were?
No.
No, you don't. Kansas City and Dallas, man. No, I'm just kidding. It was Kansas City and the Rams. My bad. I didn't know Stafford was going to be a huge piece of shit this year.
Yeah. That's typical. And they're talking about firing their head coach, mutually moving on from Sean McVay. So it's been a crazy season for them.
Yeah.
But do you have any last words for us this afternoon as Georgia is pulling away?
Oh,
24, I think it's 24-7 at this point.
Shocking, there's a blowout in a college football game. What is it? What is wrong with you college football people? Do you just like playing games on easy mode? Like, it's so fucking boring watching these games.
I do sometimes.
Have fun watching your college football. It's terrible. I'm going to watch Raw. Have a good night. Adios.
Yeah. Follow us, Mugs and Balls, on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Like and subscribe. Fins Talk Sports Network. Appreciate you. Josh Kimmel, OUS, Josh Wingate 302.